Is anything working? Okay. Let's see. Okay, that's not really getting too well. It's just setting things up, guys. And I'm hearing myself. That's not cool. Okay, there we go. Fix that. Give me just a second here. Hmm. Just going through all the settings here. Trying to get this audio straightened out. It's probably something I should have done before I decided to do all this. Um, I don't want to go into settings. I want to go into the actual watch thing. Are we even working right now? I got nothing on my screen. Why is this not? Yeah, Roadcraft. Why are you not? That's so weird. Yeah, Roadcraft. Huh. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So that's better. All right. Oh, man. Give me a second, guys. It's becoming a fairly rough morning. Let's see. Just trying to get things going. Live streams. Select mine. I don't want to go into settings. I want to go into the actual monitor so I can actually see your guys' chats when if and when it comes up. And it's not letting me, which is very odd. Go to dashboard. I don't want to do the analytics. I just want to see the actual video. Why is this being so difficult this morning? I don't understand. Mm-hmm. There's video link. Will that pop up? Yes, okay. So we kind of sort of got this thing going. All right, good enough. Yeah, screw it. It'll be fine. Okay, that's enough techno BS. All right, go back to contamination map. Oh, I've not had enough coffee this morning, but I'm working on it. Time to get to work. Sometime today, please. Okay, so I can't do multiplayer. Apparently, multiplayer is there's issues. People can't pay for those, or there's deseeking issues, and it's pretty much pointless. So we're just gonna have to do some single player cleanup stuff right now. I'm close towards the end, I believe. I'm at a point where I've not done these missions on the map yet on my previous saves, so this is all new territory to me. But we got to get these chemical barrels up, or chemical waste up. My dogs. Hang on. Sorry about that, but it's all good. Okay. We got to be real careful with these things. If I can make them, if I can get them back to the treatment facility without damaging any, it's like I think it was $14,000 bonus, which I mean, that's basically a load of lumber, but $14,000 is not something to snicker at. And these things are very, 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 very sensitive. Oh man, this makes me nervous. Easy. Yeah, if you bump them too hard, it also damages them. There's 3 separate missions for these, so I think there's like 9 in total. So I'm just picking up, and they're all in the same general area, so I'm getting all of them at one go, or as much as I can. I delivered 4 already, but they're part of different missions, so none of them are complete. But they were fairly close together. God, these things make me nervous. I have destroyed these before on another map, and I don't want to do that on this one. So if you got to take a few extra minutes to make sure you get 14 grand, it's worth it. Okay, so that's one down. The other one is over here. And I think I've smoothed it out good enough to where you can get over there. But the thing is, you really got to run in low gear. I know a lot of people have an issue with patience when it comes to this game. But if you want to do it right, man, it's worth it. It doesn't take time out of your day. You're going to be gaming anyway when you're doing this stuff, so it ain't like you're in a race. Like, nothing's going to happen if you go faster. Just take your time, relax, smell the flowers, enjoy the scenery, and do it right. And I promise you will be a lot more proud of yourself for getting this stuff done correctly. That's like with you guys that love to plow over forests. I've seen guys destroy $80,000, $100,000 worth of lumber. Just take a few minutes, chop down trees, clear your path, and then go sell those trees. Uh, Pretty much I've run logging in every. I'm not gonna say every vehicle, but almost every vehicle, and they generate roughly $10,000 to $14,000 per load. You know, and it may not sound like that much, to be honest with you, but 2 loads of lumber, maybe an hour to do that, and it gets you like 30 grand. I mean, if you were going to cut them down anyway and destroy them, might as well make some money off of it. And that's kind of what I'm doing with this game. I'm running it like a business. This is, I mean, basically it is a business. And a lot of people, if we actually implemented profit margins and stuff in here, so many guys would be bankrupt already. You know, uh, I haven't had the question yet, but I'm waiting for the question to pop up about why I don't have fuel usage turned on. To put it plain and simple, the fuel consumption on this game is extremely exaggerated and unrealistic, and I can't tolerate it. There's no way you can take an 18-wheeler that holds 300 gallons worth of diesel and you make it one trip across the map and then you're out of fuel. Uh, that's that's ridiculous to me. You fill up a standard 18-wheeler just without the trailer, you got at least 1,200 miles worth of fuel. You know, not 2 hours. I've never in my life ever seen any type of medium to heavy truck that runs out of fuel within 2 hours. I mean that's just ridiculous. Usually you got enough to run all day, and then a little bit left for the next day. You go find your fuel stop. So to me, it's just too exaggerated. If they had an option to refine the usage, uh, like What other game has that? There's one that's got fuel usage. You could drop it down to like normal or exaggerate. Oh, farming sim. Yeah. You know, you can adjust the fuel usage to be more realistic. If they would do that in here, I'm all for it. But until then, I'm not doing it. Oh, that's a bit rough. Okay, I'm gonna only do two. When I do more than two, they start shaking for some reason. No idea what is up with that, but it makes me too nervous and it gives me anxiety. So we'll just do two. It's totally fine. I probably got to make another road to get the others anyway. So hopefully we'll be all right. Oh, Lord. Okay. You guys will have to forgive me if I start being more instructional. I was a instructor for 20 years, so it's kind of stuck with me now. I find myself inadvertently trying to instruct people that really don't need it. So if you hear me go in that direction, just ignore it, please. So unless it's really good advice, then definitely take it, but with a grain of salt. So I hate this low gear. It's so slow, but this stuff, like even these bumps, ooh, that was risky. Okay, so these things do things, or these containers do things that nothing else on the map does. They will break the strap. They will fall free from the strap, and they will become 100% damaged. Uh, I actually rage quit over another map because of that, and I did not know that was a thing until I loaded the truck up with about six of them, and all six of them broke the straps because I hit a little bump in the road, and all six of them were 100% destroyed, and there's no way to really recover your save. It's once it's done, it's done. You know, um, even if you try to exit before autosave takes over, it saves it as soon as you exit. So it's just one of those things. It is what it is. We can't go back in the past. We can't change it. So, but luckily, I don't have far to go. Check cross traffic here. It's actually pretty quiet out this morning. And if there's something specific you guys want to see, just let me know. I mean, holy crap, that scared me. Okay, so that mission is done. Yeah, I got 18 grand for that. So I'm now up to 43. But my mission is to get every single vehicle in the game. And I'm just going down the line. And I think I'm up to the sand scalper. 62,000. So not quite there, but I'm not that far from it. Okay. Um, see, I still got these other two, which they are all. Oh, that's not good. That can't be the same mission. No, that's the side mission. Dang it. What about that one? Yep. All right. Okay, so I got two right here on the other side of the river, and then I got one down here. Um, I'm gonna have to clean this whole area up anyway, so I guess I'll get the crew, aka just me alone, to come in here and clean all this up. And then I might be able to access that, because that's definitely going to have to come from a crane. I mean, I could easily build a road over the river, but I do not want to block the river. I don't want to create a dam unintentionally. So, yeah, we're going to just clean that up. All right, so I need a dump truck over there first thing. I got space over here. I could drive this thing all the way around. which seems like a lot. Or I could take it from here, drive it all the way up there. I guess it seems like it might be easier just drive it around. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, let's fire it up. It's amazing when you take these missions, and they seem so simple and quick, and people can do them in a matter of minutes. But you lose the basic fundamentals of the game, and it's to treat it like, you know, you are a restoration company. You are coming in here to help um, the area. You've been contracted to actually come in here and restore stuff. So, you know, do just that. You know, and it's more of a humanitarian thing. A lot of people don't look at it that way, but I mean, this entire map, or I'm just going to say this entire town, was evacuated because of one train and the chemical waste. You know, think about that, how that would affect you in real life. The whole town had to leave and be evacuated for their safety, and you're in here trying to restore stuff. I mean, yeah, you could go from A to B and that's it. You know, deliver whatever and then leave. But you're in here to help. That's the whole point. And come in here, yeah, you could do all dirt roads and never pave anything. And it is possible. It's a little bit more difficult traversing the train without paved roads, maybe by about 10%. But, you know, the people that come in after you, when they start coming back and everything's cleaned up and cleared up and people come back to their lives and their homes, what's left of them, do you want them driving around on dirt roads when they used to be paved? You know, or, you know, do you want to leave a good impression? Might get the next job kind of thing. You know, and I'm always for, if you're going to do the job, you do the job right, you do it correctly, um, to the best of your abilities. I'm far from perfect. And I know a lot of these paved roads, yeah, they're paved, but they're not completely done yet. I still got to roll a lot of them and level a lot of stuff. You know, you'll see little imperfections all over the place. But that is the thing I'm going to concentrate after all the missions are complete. And I don't have to worry about missions, and it's just cleaning up and making money. You know, I mean, just from this little railroad station alone, I mean, I know there's not much here, but there's probably about 20 grand worth of items uh, that I can profit off of. Like all this metal right here. That may not be much, but you turn it into steel beams, and you stack up steel beams, and you go sell 50 steel beams, you're getting a lot of money. And that's basically another vehicle. And it helps you out on the next map, or the next town you go to. So, like those pipes right there, that's probably about maybe 2 grand, which doesn't seem like much, but it's maybe, what, 20 minutes out of your day. Get a crane over here, load it up in a cargo truck, take it off. You know, there's stuff right there. Just make money at it, man. That's what you're here for. This may not work as I thought it would. I did not see that railing on the map. Okay. Alright. So there's a solution to every problem. Just gotta figure out what it is. I mean, I could traverse across all that, but that doesn't get me up here, which is where I need to be. All this debris needs to be moved, but until then, I think I have an idea. Okay. A little bit unconventional here. Usually if I have to tear down um, forestry, I try to go for the trees that you can't actually cut down and make a profit off of. Oh yeah, I see a path already. This is going to work out great. I don't see what could possibly go wrong. Ah, my dog thinks she's a chihuahua. Must bark at everything within a 20-mile radius. But luckily it doesn't last long most of the time. Okay, I know I'm not down there all the way, but I don't want to get stuck down there. So I'll build it up and then I'll bring the dozer over and kind of level it out a little bit. And we just work as we go. Going to create a little teeny tiny side road. Also, there's a lot of material to get out of here. I'd like to be able to bring some flatbeds in here and actually pull some of this stuff out and be able to get to it. Please don't. It's a little bit too extreme. Oh, that's not going to work like that. Of course not. This might take a minute. But I'm sure you guys are in here watching a live stream because you got stuff to do. So I'm sure it'll be fine. Now I do have all the other dump trucks, but here's the thing. This has got to be the quickest one for the bed to go up and down. And it's 40-ton sand, I do believe. The tracked one is 30-ton. It just doesn't put down enough. I mean, and the bed moves just about as fast, maybe a little bit faster than this one, but it's just not worth it. This thing dumps so much more sand. Uh, the Kenworth dump truck, it's great and all, but it's very top heavy, and it takes forever to get the bed down. I mean, I've driven dump trucks before, man. They go down a lot quicker than that. I mean, that's if I saw this in real life. Um, Actually, as a matter of fact, I'll show you real quick because I have the dump truck sitting right over here somewhere. Uh, right there, I believe. Yeah, he's sitting right here. Um, I'm gonna get rid of this load of sand real quick. I like the truck. I like the maneuverability, the handling, all that's great. It's a little bit top heavy, but you know, most dump trucks on this planet are. So that's okay. The problem that I have is the bed on this thing is horrendous. I mean, it's just horrible. Okay, so we'll get rid of the sand. This going up, realistic. Okay, get it. Yeah, it's going to take a little while. That's totally fine. At least it's dropping sand along the way. All right, get rid of all this. In real life, me driving dump trucks, I can drop this bed in about 3 seconds. You know, it's a PTO. It's on a lever. You hit it. The more you hit the lever, the quicker it goes. This one doesn't matter. Now look at that, same speed. No matter how much I do this, and this takes forever. This is so. Also, there's a key thing that's missing that I don't think Saber has realized. When you look at the hydraulic cylinder that lifts this thing, on here, it looks like one solid piece. Tell me how that one solid piece fits into that little tiny canister at the top. That's not a real hydraulic. First of all, the canister would be at the bottom, not the top, and it's in segments about the size of the canister. So as you go down, you would actually hear the segments clicking together. You hear boom, 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 boom as you're going down. And this is like a 40-foot cylinder that turns into a 10-foot cylinder somehow. Like, where did that 40 feet go? I, I mean, I know I'm nitpicking, but some things just not right, man. and get this thing out of the way in case I gotta come through here. I always park my stuff off to the side, never leave it in the middle, unless I'm actually actively blocking something. Uh, I will say, if you do play this game and you're interested in joining me, I'm welcome to it. I'm open to it, but there's rules, man. You know, I've been online. I've seen how toxic people can get and how trolly they can get. I put too much time and effort into these maps, man. I can't just have somebody coming in trying to build a giant racetrack out of dirt. Yeah, and just completely destroying the map for me. Nah. You know, I need some good, honest, hard workers with a good driving record. Uh, Figuratively speaking, of course, because anybody can play it. But I'm not against it. I am open to it. But there's got to be like trials and applications and stuff. You know what? Actually, just hit me up. You know, I see all the messages on all my videos. I check everything, all the comments. No matter how many billions of comments there are, I always check them. So don't worry about being ignored. If you left a comment, either I have seen it or I'm going to see it. And if I'm able, I will respond. I will never ignore you guys. This is not working out the way I intended it. Because she's not filling up all the way. Come on, get out of there. I thought you didn't have more sand in the bed. I guess it did. Come on. Let me back it up on this stuff because this makes me paranoid. There you go. Get over that lip. That's all I need. All right. And I need you to be level, please. Yeah, we'll do this. I'm thinking while this guy's filling up, I could go get the dozer, but yeah, there's really no time. He'll be done long before I get the dozer over here. So I'll just make a decent little path for or for me to grade. I'm not against shortcuts either, guys, but some things just really don't make sense. And I'm sure I'll get into that at some point when I actually see it. Good Lord, this thing. Please do not roll over. Thank you. Yeah, this is going to be a decent little access road. I might do one down the side of the track. But, I don't know. Seems like a lot of work. I don't think it would be that long. Could just run down the track. Ooh, that was not good. Did not mean to do that. Oh, that was a little one. Okay. I'll put sand on the track. I see a lot of people do that, turn tracks into roads. There's too many roads to be doing that. Okay, so I need to get this guy out of the way for the dozer. Which he's going to have an issue, I can tell you already. Actually, you know what? Yeah, he's going to have an issue. The dozer does not like train tracks at all. It will get stuck so easily. Oh. So I got to be a little bit strategic about this. Nope, did not want to do that. Oh, it's fine. It's just leaning. It's totally fine. If we don't look at it, it doesn't exist. Yeah, no problems there. I think I only have two left to get. Let me see. This one's got two. Alright, and those were delivered safely. Alright, and that's towards the ones I want to get. So this is the last one of that mission. Yeah, this one gives me 11,000 bonus on top of the 9 grand. And if I go to the other one, top one here, that one gives me 12,000. And I only got those two to get, which I'm going to have to figure out a way to come down from this side. I'm never going to block a river. I'm not going to do that. That's just, nobody would ever do that, realistically. I mean, you're going to block up an entire river. You know, thank goodness in here, the water only rises or falls when the game decides you've come across the mission that qualifies for it. But in real life, you know, rivers go up and down all the time. You create a wall, you're creating a dam, you're creating a huge potential for floods upriver and to do more damage. And in the real life, you're liable for that damage. So it's just good practice. I don't want to do it. It's dangerous. It's harmful. It doesn't. All it is. It would assist in my laziness, and I don't want to be a lazy person. You know, just do the job right. It's okay. You know, it's no big deal. You got to build another road. Well, the more you build, the more you do, the better you get at it. You know, and what's wrong with that? Except for those people that like to show off. But, you know, it is what it is. I still got to grade out this bridge. I do not like these ramps or whatever they put on the ends of the bridges. But it's okay. I can totally grade it out towards perfectly level. It just takes a few minutes. But I also do have a rule on paving. Um, you could do this if you want. You don't have to. The roads that have AI, or the automatic, or the routes and all that for the other drivers, um, all of those I typically pave. Um, and I pave the main road that runs along the outskirts of the map. So no matter where I need to get access to, there's always a paved road nearby. And the other stuff I'm not so concerned about, like this river area. I am going to pave it eventually, because in real life this would be a high traffic area. There'd be trucks coming in all the time, employees, cars, and all that. You'd want to pave it. Otherwise, it'd get very rutted and damaged, and people stop showing up. And plus, it's not that difficult to pave this whole area. So yeah, I'll give it a shot. Now this, I'm not going to straddle this track. Because when you do, uh, that worries me. And I'm pretty sure I cannot move that one. Nope, can't move it. Alright. When you straddle this track, this dozer does not want to come off the track. It likes to get stuck. So we're going to do it the other way. Oh, I can't. There we go. Alright, cool. Alright, we're good. That's what I was worried about, was that gate. See, here I can turn off the track, but when you've got this thing centered on the tracks, oh, like that, she doesn't want to turn off. Okay, well, we did it now. Alright. It happens. And I'm hoping that this little divot in the track right here might help me. Yeah, but you see what I mean? It does not want to. It does not want to come off this track. It loves to get stuck, no matter what you do. So I'm going to try a full turn. Yeah, see, it just, once you get in this situation, man, it gets a little bit, but I think I might see a way out of this. If I can get up to this rock and lift that track up just a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Now I just got to safely get off the track. Let me put it in low gear. Won't do anything crazy here. There we go. All right. And you're safe from the deadly track. That will disable our dozer. We're going to damage something here. And I think I hit that tree. I really am trying. That's not to damage stuff. Yeah. Just gotta remember in the long run, it's just a game. It's totally fine. You're not gonna get sued over it. Okay, so I know that's not enough dirt, but I'm trying to get it at least a little bit level for the dump truck. Make it a little bit easier for them to figure it out. Part this thing right over here off to the side. Out of the way. Yeah, just watch that dozer if you guys got to drive it down the tracks, man, because I can't tell you how many times I've had to deal with that, and I ended up calling in a crane to get it lifted off the track because it just would not come off. Or I had to backtrack like 8 miles to the nearest like uh, railroad crossing just so I can get off of it. Okay, nice and easy. I'm going to stop it right here because that's where it really starts to go downhill. Hey, we're doing good. Yay. I don't know why my studio thing was not, just not doing what I needed to do. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it is working now. Yay. Okay. I was wondering, like, what is going on there? But we should be good. One thing I'm worried about is if my audio never pops up. That would really, really be disappointing because I'd be talking to myself for over an hour. Yep. It's wasted oxygen. Since I'm coming out here anyway, I'm going to add just a little bit more. I don't want to do that. Nope, nope, nope. I might actually make a little dirt platform out here so we can stack materials for hauling later. I mean, I see at least 4, 5, maybe a bunch of rail cars that I need to get out of here. That's going to be a job. Okay. Also, if you guys got like any ideas or suggestions or anything, man, I'm totally open to it. Just let me know. Leave a comment. By the way, the more you guys chat, um, it actually helps my YouTube. So if you want to just type in nonsense, go for it, man. Just type anything because it's ups my chat rate, and I think it like pushes me a little bit um on the algorithm, but you know, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. And I'm trying to be careful to make sure I get this nice and smooth for the most part. It's not going to be perfect, but I also don't want to accidentally uh, topple any trees in the process. So I'm being really careful on how I spread this stuff. I mean, one tree's not too bad, but you know, you start taking out one, then another one, then another one. Next thing you know, you just destroyed $10,000 worth of lumber. Yeah, so try to take it easy. I hope this is not my entire video. I was trying to make this. That would be boring. I know, if you're watching this like playback later on and you want to, oh, please don't, and you want to fast forward, I totally get it. I understand completely. What I am going to say is, though, when YouTube looks at people that have viewed my videos and how long they viewed them, if you double the speed on this, say 10-minute video and put it times two, and it only takes you 5 minutes to watch it, YouTube thinks that you only watched half my video. They'll say you watched 5 minutes of a 10-minute video, and it is it hurts a lot on YouTube. So if you can, if you don't mind, just play it through. Uh, that's only if you want to. I'm not telling you what to do with your own thing. Just it helps me a lot more if you just either watch the whole thing or just, if you do it times two, that's fine. That's you. It's your thing. You know, um, just keep in mind it does not. It's not very helpful for me. Uh, I don't know how to say it without sounding selfish, but I'm sure you know what I mean. This may end up taking a little bit longer than what I thought, but we'll get there. It's totally fine. Totally fine. Everything's fine. Nothing can go wrong. We're good. And I definitely need more coffee. Like, for sure. I definitely need more coffee. And the coffee that I got just got cold. Alright, so I know you guys haven't seen much progress, but it's been about 45 minutes, and I really need to go take a break. Um, so I'll be back in a few. If you want to go grab a snack or grab something to drink or whatever, feel free. And, well, give me about like 10, 15 minutes, somewhere in there. Should be back. Uh, drop this one. To pull up a little bit to where I don't have to worry about coming back and seeing my dump truck at the bottom of a cliff. Or a ravine, rather. Um, now I shut off so I'm not burning fuel, even though technically not really burning fuel, but it's a good practice. I'll be back in a little bit. All right. Okay, I am back. What? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. That doesn't make any sense. I got 1 gig internet. Yeah. Hmm. Maybe that'll go away in a minute. I don't know. That's weird. Okay. Back to work. Ooh, stop it, stop it, stop, stop, stop. Okay, now we're going to back up just a little bit here. Right about there. I know this seems very tedious, but it's worth it in the long run. Okay. Ooh, I've already got 4 reviews. I feel famous already. Oh, I was going to mention while I'm thinking about it. If there's any other games you guys want to see, man, I've probably got like 250 games on my Steam library. So there's a good chance I may actually have the game. If you want to see it, I'll live stream it, or I'll make a video or something, and then watch it and tell me what you think. If you don't care for it, that's totally fine. Just let me know. All you gotta do is tell me. Yeah, I've got pretty much, I'm gonna say I got every driving game, but I got like Euro Truck and ATS and all that stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna do Snow Runner or Mud Runner or Spin Tires or any of that stuff. It's just this one, this Saber game pretty much matches everything I've been looking for. And to go back to something that I can't really alter, yeah, it's just not my thing. I have been trying out Foundation. That is a very complicated game, surprisingly. And it is hard to progress in that game. It takes a lot of time to do stuff. But I really enjoy it, but I just don't think there's an audience for it right now. It's not a very newer game. I'm really waiting for Transport Fever 3. Any transportation games, I've probably already got them. The flight sims, all that stuff. But you guys are more than welcome to check out my Steam library, my profile. I should have it linked in the description. I did put it up there at some point, I do believe. Hopefully it's still there, but I'm not 100% certain. So now we can actually get down here safely. For the most part. Oh my goodness. Okay, that flatbed trailer, uh, train car weighs like 5 pounds apparently. Sand is moving underneath me as I'm trying to get up here. I'll show you guys a cool little trick I found out. I know most of you already know it, but there are some of you that have no clue. If I get to a point where I can show you, at some point I will, before this project's over with. To help you disperse a little bit more sand when you're out here. I mean, you can't change the volume of it. The only thing you can change is how you deal with it. And it could make it easier to spread it. But that's not going to happen on this kind of an incline. I'd have to get the dump truck somewhat level. which I'm going to give it a shot. I might be able to do it right now. We will see. That. Start filling this guy up as we back up. Now I could go ahead and start hauling stuff off from here, but I don't want to get involved in too many different things at one time. When I back this thing up, it's going to start spreading dirt automatically. It's too much of an incline for the gate to stay closed, but that's totally fine. Yep, there she goes. And brakes, 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 brakes. At some point, brakes, please. Yeah, too much of an incline. I'm not going to be able to do it here. If you can just get the truck to where it's level enough to fill sand. Yeah, I don't see a dump truck ever moving a train car like that, but I can't get this thing level. Luckily that toxic waste is safe over there, so I won't necessarily interfere. And there seems to be an access road right there too. That's totally fine. Can I back up on this and make it level? Yes, I can. Yay! Alright. And this is how we do it. But you go ahead and set the part brake and just start dumping dirt until the truck gets level. I mean, I'm sure it's going to take a couple. I strongly encourage you guys to leave comments, man. Just, you know, I prefer it not be negative or trolly, but comments help me out, especially with the video. So now we're getting some. It's just very repetitious. I wonder if I get that cargo truck up there, or down this hill and back up with just that thing. I'd still need to get a crane down here so I can move all these cars out of the way. Train cars. Okay, so you see how the front bumper's touching? Front tires are off the ground. Bit much. But what we'll do is when we drop the sand, I'll release the part brake. It should roll forward a little bit. But I only want it to roll forward enough to where it stays level. So, but we are in a huge incline, so I don't know if that's going to work like that. Come on. So close. I might went a little bit too far with it. Oh, that does not look good. There we go. Alright, we're good. We're safe. Now we've got something I can back up onto to make me a little bit more level. Yep. I would love to be up there and dumping it down here, but that's obviously not going to work. Now, I'll be honest with you, I might have bit off a little bit more than I can chew. But now that I see the access, probably come down through here, but that's really steep. If I follow this around, I could do a road all the way over here to this, so it means I don't have to mess with any of this. I just drag the road all the way around. Could go down through here as well. Well, these are where the scout trucks come in handy. I'm going to pause this for a second. I mean, this does have to be done and fixed at some point. But if I can get an access road in here, I can clear all this stuff out. It'd be a little bit easier. So let me go ahead and don't want to leave the bed up. Put extra pressure on the hydraulics. Don't want to leave it sitting here either. So get up on level ground. Oh, don't worry guys, I got me some coffee, so all is good. And if you notice I'm talking a little bit quietly, most of the rest of the household is asleep right now. So I don't want to be loud and obnoxious and wake everybody up. I'm thinking, you know what, I've got a vehicle. I do believe I've got a scout vehicle that I have not deployed yet. And I'm not far from a base. So, let me take a look. Do not want a wrecking ball. Stuck with just any good. Yeah, I got these guys. This guy will work. Let's go ahead and get him out there. I'm going to have to explore a little bit. I want to check out these other routes or possible access points. Ooh. Yeah, see this part of the paved road? I'm not even close to being done with because I've actually got to pave all that too on that side road. And this is not finished yet as well. So I really want to complete all the missions on the map, at least the main line. I'm not too concerned with side missions. You know, we'll get to those when we get to them. A lot of them just give you XP or the little purple points, not really cash. And I'm high enough level, I can pretty much get everything. There's nothing really restricted because of my level, so, you know, trying to level up is a little bit pointless right now. So come over here. I think it's right here. I'm not 100% sure, but let me check the map real quick. Yeah, see there's little imperfections right here. I'll roll those out eventually. Yeah, it's right here. Cross over here. I'm going to go up. There's no point in checking this out because I already know what that looks like. So I'll follow it up here and then try to go down through here. And I'll see what that looks like. If that doesn't work, I'm going to come up here. We'll see what all this looks like right here. See if I can get down there. I'm looking for something that's not as much of an incline that I might be able to just navigate through. I can build a road, an access road real quick. Just to get me in and out of there. And I think I can do it. Now if I do build an access road, obviously it's not going to be from right here. Where do all these logs come from? I haven't done any logging over here. Okay, cool. Free money. Okay, so this is the path that goes down there. We don't want to do that. We want to go over here. So what I'm going to do... Oh. Guess it helps if I put it in full dry. Ooh, the track's messed up. I'm guessing that's going to be a mission for later. Or it's probably a side mission, maybe. So go up here. Man, I really hope my audio is recording. man, it's giving me that warning again. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Well, that's the one up there. I want to go check out this one first. Okay. Looks like it's right through there. Okay, well, we got the vehicle for it, so give it a shot. Let's go check this out. So far, this does not look bad. I just need to get that toxic waste out of here. Once I have the missions complete, I'll start doing like thorough cleanups. Ooh, I don't think that's going to work. That's way too steep. I mean, I could technically do that. Let me go check out the other one. See if it'll be easier to deal with. If not, then this might be our best bet here. I'm going to be careful driving backwards, so if I can turn around, I will. It just seems very unnatural. But there's no way I can do this without having to throw some sand down through here, because that's definitely going to be a must. I mean, I could very well turn this into a little access road very easily, and it'd be great for logging, because I'm going to clear this map. Every tree that I can, yeah, it's going to get harvested. I want to see how much money I can actually make off this one map before I move on to the next one. Okay. So this was the first area or the second area I was looking at, and if that didn't work, I was going to look up here. Looks like I'm still a bit high, elevation-wise. I feel somebody wanted to say something smart. It's all good. I mean, this actually doesn't look bad at all. That's a little tree. I don't think I have to worry about that too much. I mean, this really doesn't look bad. If I'm being perfectly honest, it's, yeah, I could totally do this. See, and that's what these scout vehicles are for, because you don't want to come down here with a dump truck and find out the hard way it ain't going to work out, and then having to try to recover. I do see dirt down there, so we should be okay. Come on. Keep going. I might have to bring my tracked dump truck down here. I mean, I can make it work with the other one. Yeah, that was the one I was looking at earlier. That's just too steep. This one ain't too bad. I mean, it ain't gonna hurt to create an access road through here. Just make sure it's possible before I commit, because that's gonna be a little bit of work. It's gonna take some time. I don't want to take a bunch of time doing something that is pretty much useless. That was that first one. That's way too steep. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked. And then we can come through here. I'm really curious to get this map done and see if all this green haze, toxic pollution visually disappears, or if it's still going to be there. I mean, right here's enough room for a crane once I level it out. And then that's my little thing right there that I need to capture. Okay. I'd say we go for it. I mean, it's totally doable. It's very, very, very possible. Let me part this guy out of the way in case I need him later. Somewhere where I'm not gonna have to move him again. Ooh, watch out for the rocks. I'll put him up here. within the toxic contamination. You have no idea how much I wish we could just get out. Just something as simple as getting out and walking. I can't take that over there. It's too steep. I'm trying to think of a shortcut. That's the only way I know to do it, is to come right through here. I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to create a little access road that comes all the way through here, goes over the tracks, and then down through here. And then we came over down through here, right? Yeah. You can see my tracks right there. Yeah, okay. Ooh, this ought to be interesting. I'm still going to have to throw a bunch of dirt. Dang it. But at least now I got a plan. That's going to be a lot of dirt to throw. But you know what? It's got to be done. Hey, we're doing it. I'm going to try my best not to skip over stuff for live streams. I don't want you guys like coming back and then finding out that half the map's complete and you missed it. It's kind of rude. I wouldn't do that to you guys. If I wanted to just do something offline, I would probably just go to a different map. But eventually I plan on covering, as long as I can keep an audience doing this, I'll cover every single map in the game. From start to finish. Every single one. It would not bother me at all. But before I make that commitment, I need to make sure that I'm going to have viewers. But then again, it doesn't really matter too much because I'm probably going to do it anyway. And it doesn't cost me anything to record. So this part I'm worried about, because if this sand keeps falling down quicker than I can replace it, I'm going to have a balance issue very quickly. I'm just trying to get over here so I can get started. Oh, buddy. Please hurry. Nope, not enough time. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Let's back it up, back it up, back it up. And I think we're kind of sort of safe. Come on. Do that, are you? Yes, 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 yes. Come on. You can do it. Good job. I'm proud of you. You're going to go places. All right. I did not do that. That was not my fault. Now, no, I'm not throwing down a lot of dirt. I'm just trying to get out of here to where I can get to that spot where I can actually make a road. Might be okay to turn around here. I give it a shot. It's the worst that could happen, right? See, by building this access road, it'll also allow me to come up here and replace that track whenever it pops up as a mission. I'm sure it already is. Just out of curiosity while the thing's filling up. Definitely not a main. Let me check side. Crane, deliver backup generator, return lost toolbox, find case, locate secure hazardous barrels. Yeah, that's... But this is another barrel one. I don't know how in the world... Okay, I know how I'm going to get that one. This one. Phew. Well, if I can make it to this one, I can probably make it to that one. I'm going to go down through here. This is clearly a little dump site where people have been dumping their trash. Let's go. Infrastructure resources. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. And everything that's gold is money. And everything else is recycled metal, which is going to turn into steel beams, and then I'm going to turn around and sell the steel beams. Yeah. But I'm going to have to come straight down through here, create a little road off to the side that goes down, utilize the terrain. It doesn't look like I do need a bridge right here. Dang it. The thing is, I would completely block this off, but over here in this corner is a little generator that's supposed to purify all this stuff. So it needs to be connected to like the main water. I don't like those buoys. That's not a good sign. This is probably super deep too. I would do a bridge here, but I have to be able to get to the other side to set it up. So this is going to have to be filled in. And if I'm going that far with it, it'll be nothing to fill this in. As long as this main part remains open, that one I should come down and get. Okay. So that's not terrible. Yeah. It's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, we'll be fine. Okay. Alrighty. Almost forgot what I was doing. This game is horrible for people who have ADD. So your mind can get thrown in so many different directions. Okay. Let's move this guy out of the way. I want to get the dozer over here and kind of clean this up a little bit. Make it a little bit easier to traverse all around. English words, what? Here we go. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Probably not going to be pretty. But I'm sure it'll be efficient. That's definitely not enough to spread. I picture my blade getting stuck through here. Yep, what'd I say? I knew it. Okay, so just get this little part for now. It'll be. Always come back in and fill it. Fill it in a little bit more. Alright. And now we should be good. In theory. Yeah. Okay. I almost want to mark the path so I know exactly where we're going. Almost, but I'm still not certain yet. This will most likely be a branch off to get to the main road. And it'll also give me a place to park these vehicles out of the way from each other. So I can get this guy off to the side, get the dump truck in. Yeah, he's going to have to go this way. And then I'm going to have him meet up right here. Yep. Yep, that looks good. Come on. Oops. Dirt's fine. Didn't do it on purpose, so it's okay. Your Honor. So, it's through here. Oh, trees are going to have to come down. This is turning into a much bigger project. I'll tell you what. See, the thing is, once I get that container, I can't deal with any bumps, because bumps will destroy the container. So I got to make it as smooth as I possibly can. And this will be a logging road later on, so that way I don't have to do double the work. And I hate to plow down trees. That's especially a bunch of them. If that's going to work for me or not. Yep. Yep. That's not good. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of logging. We're just going to run with it, and we're going to see. No point committing to moving a bunch of equipment out here yet, if I don't have to. Oh, coffee. Yes. So lots and lots of coffee. Now here's what I'm curious about. Can I run through there without tearing down trees? Run through there? Or am I going to run up against the side of the railroad track? It might be safer to run up alongside the railroad track. So I'm thinking I can get through here, but I may take down some trees on the way. Or I could run it up here and then run down the side. These are all little trees. This is the one I'm concerned about. Get past the little trees and then curve it up and take me straight to there. I think I'm going to do that. That looks a lot less impactful. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, I'm just going to take a quick stroll up this way if I can get this thing to go forward for me. Okay, I can most likely avoid that tree. That one's very iffy. And yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this without tearing up some trees. Okay. I mean, I could just run right through here, but that's not really an access road, is it? And there's that cable. These little ones I'm not worried about. Those don't count for anything anyways. Bro, like, come on, let's go. We'll get rid of these little guys and see what we're looking at. Don't think that's one. I'm going to leave it just in case. But yeah, I could probably get... See, right through here is not bad. Let's just come through there. I really don't want to bring out a bunch of equipment just for one little thing. But that definitely put me over here, which is good. Yeah, let's go with this, and we'll see how far we can get. Alright. Just going to drop a little bit of sand down, just enough to actually make a path and see how far it carries down that hill. Yeah, man, I don't know. I got a bad feeling that I'm not going to be able to do this without tearing up some trees. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to get the logger out here. I'm just going to go down that line real quick. It won't take that long. I mean, it's going to take longer to get it here than it will to um, cut them down. Um, but luckily there is I do have a base right here, so it's not far away. But I'm going to need some things. I need a logger. Um, Not worried about the stumps, because stumps will come up when I start throwing down dirt. Definitely going to need my transporter. We'll just spawn him back to the base. Because that thing is, although it's okay, it's efficient, it's not the best one. I haven't gotten to the better ones yet. Um, I got a new version of it, which is a little bit more efficient. Old rusty one. It works, it does the job, so I can't complain. Uh, but it is very slow to go down the road. And that's not going to work for me. I don't need you guys watching 30 minutes of me just trying to get a tree harvester down the highway. Which that would take about 30 minutes probably. This thing is surprisingly more efficient than what I thought it would be. And I'm sure you're wondering why I'm loading this on backwards. So when it's loaded, it is way past legal height. That is ridiculously high. Ooh, now I'm way off center. Let's see if I can straighten that up just a little bit. It does matter where your equipment is on these beds because it will shift weight. If you've got it closer to one side than the other, you will see it going down the highway, especially when you hit a bump. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to lower the height of this thing where it's a little bit more reasonable. And maybe straighter, that'd be nice. Yeah. Not perfect, but good enough. Oops, I did not want to do that. Not the part brake, turn the engine off. And make sure it's in low gear. That way when you move, you're moving a little bit more slower, you have more control. And secure it, and then ramps up. And we're good to go. See? Alright. Now I would grab a log carrier, but I don't really need to do that right now. The logs aren't going anywhere once I chop them down. I can pick them up whenever. I may do that when I turn it into a logging road. Which is actually, when you think about it, might be a little bit more convenient. Because the equipment will already be there for logging later. And I can start clearing everything out. Yeah, I won't have to move anything later. So we're just thinking ahead. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Thinking ahead. Sounds good. Now the interesting part is how I'm going to get this thing over there. Because there's no way I'm getting this truck over those tracks. And I think the junction is actually right there, but there's a little bit of a creek in the way. I wonder if there's a way I can get around that. I mean, it looks like I could. I mean, I could just come straight through here. This doesn't look bad. Yeah. Give it a shot. Forward, please. Thank you. Yeah, that doesn't look bad at all. As a matter of fact, I may actually create that logging road from here, because that's a good way to get, once I get that thing loaded, I need a smooth road. Yeah, I can very clearly get this right through here. Huh. I don't know why I never looked at it like that before. I'm going to put this guy out of the way, because the road's going to be on the left side over there. Be on the right side, so we'll be safe. I'm actually surprised at how easily I was able to access that. I should have looked at that before. Yeah. Okay. Easy. Get out of low gear. Time to get to work. Come on. Just rock and roll. Since I got it here, I'm going to get every tree out that may possibly be in the way. I'm going to guess these little ones did actually not count. Wow. Just clear all these guys, because they're going to go anyway as soon as I start spreading dirt, I'm sure. And then when I do logging, they're just going to be in the way. Nope, that is not a logging tree. See, that one's gone. Get out of here. Come on, Ford, what is wrong with you? Oh, sometimes I hit the W key and absolutely nothing happens. Oh, I know that's one. Yep. Am I too far? If you're right at the limit, sometimes it, yeah, see it did it. It won't actually chop it down, but sometimes it'll accidentally knock it down, which really sucks. We're close enough now. See guys, this doesn't take too much time out of the day. And it's not like, if you're playing this game, I'm pretty sure you don't have a meeting to go to. So there's no need to be in a super huge rush. You know, just take your time. Enjoy it. You wonder how some of these guys are so good at logging stuff and efficient? It's because you do so much of it. So it's not like you just picked it up and all of a sudden you're good at it. No. You log about 2,000 trees, you get pretty damn efficient. So, like, here's the thing, like, technically this particular tree wasn't really in my way, but it could potentially be. And since I'm going to log all these trees anyway, and I'm sitting right here, it takes like, what, 5, 6 seconds to just take care of it. You know, I don't have to worry about it. This one's not going to be close enough. Nope. Oh, and if you ever get lost turning, if you look at the tracks, the yellow cog is your drive cog that's always on the back. Yeah. So if I'm heading forward, I go forward. Go back, back. So that little yellow cog is always the rear. So if you ever get confused on which way your tracks are facing, if you're going to go forward or backwards, there's your little cheat uh, method right there. These guys, because those are useless. Alright, back this thing up. Oh, the mouse is being extra sensitive today. I might mess with the DPI settings by accident. I think I'm going to get rid of this one tree, and then we should be good. I'm not going to worry about the stump grinder. So by the time when I throw this dirt, it's going to pull the stumps anyway. No point in adding a bunch of equipment that I don't need over here just yet. Now I know I can drop the logs wherever. I love to pile them up because they're so much easier to retrieve later. And there's so many different ways you can do it too. I could just get a crane in here and just load all the logs onto a flatbed. But I really like the logging tractors and stuff, and I want to give them a purchase since or give them a purpose since I purchased them. English. Yeah. Right, there we go. Now I can't R talk. Mostly. I parked like too damn close to the tracks. Like, I know it's good. I know there's no train coming through here, but it's good practice to, like, you know, you get used to it now. Future games you play, you might have tracks that are active. It's best just to keep a good practice to not park directly beside them or on them. So I'm going to push it over here a little bit. Let's go ahead and shut that guy off. And now I can resume what I was doing. Yeah. Even though that's a cable that I clearly can drive through. Oh, I wish they made it to where if you drove through something like that, it shot the road. Now I'm not going to go crazy through here. Be fairly cautious with it. When I'm throwing the sand down, I'm not, unless it's something obviously like a giant crevice or crevasse or ravine or something like that, that you know you're going to have to just throw a whole entire load down. Um, I need to reword that. Uh, that's one thing when you're doing roads like this, you don't know if, you know, it's hard to be sure on exactly how much dirt you need. So always start out with just a smaller amount, roll it, you know, grade it just a little bit, check it out, see what it looks like. If you gotta add more, add more. If not, then yay, you didn't add too much, which is great. I'm trying my best to, when I create these roads, to make them look as realistic and unridiculous as possible. But give me just a second. Okay, sorry about that. Somebody come in, ask me a question real quick. Um, oh, do not flip around on top of railroad tracks. Horrible idea. Okay. Yeah, I try to make these roads a little bit as realistic as possible. You know, it's all about immersion. You know, get the best gameplay you can out of these things. So, you know, if I can figure out a way to make these things blend in to where they don't look so artificial, I'm going to try my best. This actually isn't very bad. And you see how much more I was able to basically string out that one load of dirt or 2 loads of dirt, I think it was, versus moving 5 feet, dropping a full load, moving 5 feet, dropping a full load, and just ends up taking you a lot longer. And this I used a minimum amount, and I'm getting a fairly decent road so far. And then if you come across some imperfections or something really screwed up, you can always come back and add dirt. The the problem with this game is if you add too much dirt, you can move it, you can shift it, you can't get rid of it. So, you know, it's better to just play it safe. And I mean, it's not a bad little dirt road so far. This will also give me another access to where that train derailment is. It'll be a little bit easier to bring in equipment instead of having to drive down the tracks. Oh, I hope that was a tiny one. I heard it fall. Yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit more over here. Luckily not too much more, but definitely. Okay, so I know there's like guys in suspense right now, but I want every single one of you guys just to hang on for just a minute. I'm going to take another break. I drank a lot of coffee. Um, Funny enough, still not enough coffee, but I have drank a lot of coffee, and I'm going to have to take a break. So I'm going to leave it right here for the second. Um, and then I will be right back. But even though I'm going, feel free to go get yourself something to drink, preferably coffee, and just, take a bathroom break if you need it, all that good stuff. But do not leave. Don't you dare. Don't think about it. And I'm gonna put myself in this truck because I know what my next project or the next thing I need to do. And I'm setting myself up for when I come back. Okay. We'll see you in like 10, 15 minutes, somewhere in there. I got less than an hour left on the stream. So, all right. See you in a little bit. Okay, I'm back. Just let me finish eating real quick. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't want you guys to hear me chew. That's just kind of rude. All right. A little bit more sand right there. Yeah, I'll throw a little bit more down here too. And then I'll flip this thing around. Now, when I throw down dirt on the tracks, I really want to make it light because I want to keep the tracks visible. I don't want to cover up the tracks. And since this is that first load, it's going to dump a considerable amount immediately. Like that. Let it roll. Just a little bit. Okay, that's enough. Just add more as I go. So it wasn't too bad. It's probably going to take a whole load right here just to do this one section. But we'll see. It's not too bad, just a little bit angled. I'd like to get it a little bit more level. Also know at some point I'm going to have to come through here with logging trucks and stuff like that and equipment. So I don't want to make it too crazy. Make it fairly decent for them. The nicer you make these roads, the smoother it is, and the better it is for everybody else to get through. Park this thing off to the side. And once I come through here with the dozer, I'll go ahead and flip it around and continue the journey. I was going to make this an access road, but since I was going to access it right here and then go down and over this thing, but since this is so easy right through here, I'm just going to throw dirt down here and make a road right there. Before I retrieve this toxic waste. Really wish they'd give us a real bulldozer. That'd be nice, like a Caterpillar, like a D8 or something, or even like a D6. That'd be really nice to have. Okay. Should still be able to see the tracks. I'll have to get my way back. But that's totally fine. Now I do have a steering wheel with pedals, but on this game it's honestly easier just play keyboard and mouse. It really is. The steering wheel and pedals just throw me off so bad. So I'd rather just do the mouse and keyboard. Which I know aesthetically it doesn't look as pleasing, but it's functional. It works. It's okay. I don't think too many people have a problem with it either. So. And if you're ever curious when you're making these roads as to whether or not it's level, when your blade is down and you're not kicking up any kind of dust, then it's ready to be paved. It's perfect. But you see all that dust and debris that's getting kicked up from the blade right now is very far from perfect. It'll actually, like, you can tell just by the degree of how much dust is kicking up to how bad the leveling is. But once it's perfectly level and straight and all that good stuff, you shouldn't see any kind of dust whatsoever. Like right there wasn't too bad for a second, but it's a logging road. I'm not going to try to get it perfect. I have no intention of paving this whatsoever. Yeah, it's just access to get to where you need to go. And hopefully this track that I'm doing right now will actually smooth that out a little bit and make the tracks more visible. There you go. That didn't really work out too well, so I'm going to flip it around and try it again. Turn this down. And the sand always goes further if you're going downhill. Just keep that in mind. Downhill is your friend. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Now, if I can't get the sand off this tracks, there are other methods of doing it other than what I'm doing right now. So I'll show you right here. Because I've put up dirt right there, I should be able to get off of this. We'll play it out and see how it goes. Oh, that did not look very promising. Okay, let me flip it around, do it the other way, and see if there's a difference. Well, that's not good. That's okay, because I think I have an alternative. Go into manual mode. Do is I'm going to bat drag it. I'm going to bat drag the blade through here. Let's see if it'll clear some of that out. Nope. But that's okay. There's other things I can do as well. If it comes down to it, I could get the roller out here to try to clear that up. But I honestly don't know how that's going to go. You know what? Before I do that, let me switch it over to sand flattening mode. Or grading mode, as it's supposed to be called. Yeah, didn't like that one either. Okay. That does it. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Now we'll do it to the other side. Keep that half on the rail and see if it does anything different. Not really. Okay, so take it off the rail. See? Let's not go too crazy. I'm gonna bat drag it. Be a little bit easier. There we go. Oof. Grading. Let's see if it clears that up any. Okay. I'm going to make a few adjustments here. I know things are looking really bad, but it's okay. There's always a way out of it. Just got to figure out what that way is. First of all, I'm going to get rid of that one thing that's in the middle of the track. Or try. Really does not want to go away, does it? Okay. Alright. That's fine. Ooh, don't tell me I messed myself up. I can't get off of it. I'm sure I can. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're going to backdrag this a little bit deeper this time. Technically, I should be backdragging uphill instead of downhill. But try to get as close to that rail as possible. There go my dogs barking. Oh, this is bad. Hang on, guys. Okay, we're good. Well, we're not good. This does not look great. That's okay. We can fix it. I mean, what could possibly go wrong, right? Should be totally fine. A little bit further away. I feel like we're making things worse. All this to get one toxic waste container. Does seem like an awful, a bit much. See if I can do something right here. I think technically this should be the railroad's job to come in here and fix this. It ain't like they're broke. This is not looking great. I'm sure there's a way I can fix this somehow. Hey, if any of you guys want to like grab this game real quick, it's on Steam. And then come in here and fix it. I'd appreciate it. That'd be awesome to me. Just saying. If anybody's like in the mood to correct things, it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll figure it out later. I'm trying to stay focused on the job at hand. Toxic waste container. We don't need to fix the entire railroad network. A little bit cringe, but I'm sure it'll be alright. Yeah, but if you guys got questions, man, feel free to ask. I mean, the only what they say, the only dumb question there ever is the one that you didn't ask. Yeah. Oh my goodness, these dogs. Hang on. Sorry about that, guys. So, I'm gonna finish making this road and all that, and I'll pick this up later. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to see more, by any means, and I'll put it up if you guys want to see it. So, I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you watching. Please, please, please. I know it's annoying when people beg it. I seriously need subscribers, man. I got 23. My goal is 100. Um, and I got to get a lot more than that to be successful at this. So, I mean, it doesn't hurt anything, you know. And I promise you, I mean, I know I'm not perfect. I'm not a pro at this, but I do know that I will get better. There's all kinds of games I'm totally open for. So, if there's something specific you want to see, there's something specific you want me to try, or crazy, just let me know. Um, and I'll give it a shot. There's not much I won't do as far as game wise. So I appreciate you guys, and y'all have a good rest of your day. And hopefully we'll see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, we might try this tomorrow. I'm gonna save this game, and then I'll work on another map. That way you guys don't miss anything. But I do appreciate you very, 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 very much so. And stop by anytime. Thanks.